Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lynett and it's a tourism channel where we talk about tourism, travel and all those amazing things. So still in our midst we have Trekking Timmy, the amazing gentleman. He's a tour guide, but he has specialized in trekking. You know, he created a niche in trekking, and previously he just shared with us the Colony Trek, and here he's going to share with us the Adungu Trek.
Yes, the Adungu Loop Trek, yes.
Adungu Loop Trek,
yeah.
Which is filled with culture, faith
and
history.
Yes.
Okay, let's start. Take us through that.
Well, as I told you earlier on, Trekking Timmy, Timothy Chintu is my name.
Yes.
I also told you that we do theme treks.
Yes.
Theme treks where we had about the British, and that was the Uganda Colony Loop Trek.
Yes.
And now, I want to excite you again with another trek within Kampala that I do. That is called the Adungu Loop Trek.
Yeah,
the Adungu Loop Trek is quite longer than the other Uganda Colony Loop Trek.
How many kilometers is that?
The previous one was 12, and then the Adungu Loop Trek is 15 kilometers.
15 kilometers.
But when I tell it to you in terms of places,
yes,
you may think that no, it's going to be a 20-kilometer trek. But actually, it's so exciting that we go uphill a bit. Okay, we shall walk flat first, then uphill a bit as we go up into Kampala, then slope down, climb up a bit. And if we have enough energies, we also play some game where we go up, climb the stairs on the tower.
Wow.
From there, we slope down a bit, climb again, and then go to one of the other hills that make up the former Kampala, 7 hills. One of them is called Namirembe, that we shall also be trekking on this Adungu Loop Trek. Basically, I'll start like this.
Yes.
Our treks all start from Boma Showgrounds, as I told you.
Yes.
Boma is standing for the Uganda Manufacturers Association.
Yes.
So Uganda Manufacturers Association, of course, is the manufacturers in Uganda who have come up with this association, and every October they normally hold expos where they come and showcase whatever they do. But well, we do that because they have a good parking. We go, start from there, our treks, put in our gear, and take off for the trek.
Okay.
The Adungu Loop Trek is exciting. If you look at it on a map, it's like a musical instrument. Here in Uganda, we call the Adungu. So we take off from Ginger Road.
Yes.
Walking up, passing the Kovo Oval Stadium.
Yes.
Continuing down to the Airtel and Centenary Park.
Yes.
To the yard. Cross through, continue up onto Ginger Road. Of course, earlier on I shared with you the Asian architect. This time around, I want to excite you more about it. I just want to quickly run you through that place because I will have already more excited told you about it. So, as we walk, we shall finish off Ginger Road. Start a little bit of. You shall start a little bit of Ginger Road before we branch off into Market Street, where we now go into the busy and crazy Kampala. How the people of Kampala live on a day-to-day basis, where their shops are. So we're going to Market Street.
Yes.
Of course, we shall have past Barclays Bank. I think it was one of the oldest buildings that we have in Kampala, with a very good story as well. Of course,
this is the present-day ABSA.
Yes, today is the present-day ABSA. Very true, very true. So branch off from there, where is also Entebbe Road, and then continue down, sloping down all the way to the old tax park. That place is all very busy, so you'll be able to see a lot of people moving around and doing their daily work. Why did I choose also this trek is because other than seeing the upper Kampala, it also gives you a chance to see the downtown of Kampala.
Okay.
Of course, the markets, the taxis, how we board our public transport, and how people really live on their daily life. We also, as we cross through, we also get to what we call the Chikubo, where all the wholesalers of Kampala or Uganda do their business from. You shall see, to me, sometimes very busy with buses and stuff like that, but well, with us, we're just trekking, so we're just enjoying. Let's go and enjoy the bazaar. Okay. So we'll continue like that, and I'll be showing you, of course, as you mentioned earlier, it has more faith, culture. Of course, I've told you about the people. the foods that we eat will be also be seen on some of the trails as we walk, because we shall be passing the markets.
Yes.
Going up, we shall be passing the temple, Indian temple, which of course has a story. I'll tell you more of the stories when we are physically there. We continue that because now we shall be, as we start climbing, leaving the old tax park, going to the other Kampala.
Yes.
What is actually happening at that time? We are leaving the new Kampala,
going to Old Kampala. Even the place is called Old Kampala.
It's also called Old Kampala. Actually, all that side is also called Old Kampala. Remember on the British protectorates?
Yes.
We had, and the first explorer or traveler at that time, who was Lugard. And that time, of course, when we talk about history, it shall bring in the Uganda, and now the king accepted him and also told him to have a home.
Yes.
And of course, I'm talking about Fort Lugard.
Yes.
So Lugard was the captain who was also given land and stayed there. Exciting to note, when we reach that point of Fort Lugard, also it has its whole story that later on over time, one of the presidents of Uganda at that time in the 70s, called Idi Amin, requested his colleague Gaddafi. Gaddafi was the president of
Libya,
to help him construct a mosque for the Muslims. So he started constructing it, but unfortunately he didn't see it come to finish. It has been finished later on over time, and also named after Gaddafi, the Gaddafi Mosque. Though of course it's so controversial. Some books will talk of the Gaddafi Mosque, others will call it the National Mosque of Uganda.
Oh.
Yeah. So on the mosque, it has a tower that at that point, it's a one spot where you can see the whole of Kampala. When you climb up the staircases, we normally have a game that we play and excite all travelers or walkers who are walking with us on that day to count the staircases up to up.
Wow. How many are they?
108.
What?
Yes, but you can make it.
Oh, good. Okay.
I hope I right figure, but I think it's about 108. But well, while up there, you'll be able to see the whole of Kampala from one spot. And now, when you talk about the British Protectorate, when Captain Lugard was built his fort, you will realize that he also built a circle around him. He made a boundary. And if you're up there, you'll clearly see that there are roads going off to the various parts.
Yes.
Yes. So, and at that point, as I told you, you'll be seeing the old Kampala, the new Kampala. You'll be able to see far away, to see the various faith houses we have around the country. You'll be able to see Lake Victoria.
Yes.
As we know, Kampala is just north of Lake Victoria. So there's all these stories that we are able to share with you while on this trek. Well, upon the time we have, we shall share with you so much, but we shall go down the staircases and again continue on our trek.
Yes.
Walk all the way to start climbing, going to Namirembe Hill. Namirembe Hill, if you climb the tower, you should have seen the Protestant church, but we'll continue walking around it until we pass where we get to Uganda Parliament. Uganda Parliament also has its own story. So we'll do that, and after there, we walk the Royal Mile. After Royal Mile, we shall be able to see the palace, talk about the torture chambers. Torture chambers also have a very good story. What happened back in the day here in the 70s, politically or historically. The armor, there was an armor, but again, while we're up at the tower, we also share about the armor. As far as much as the king allowed Captain Lugard to build his fort there, he did not allow him to keep his arms there. He kept them in another place in Kololo. So it's exciting that while you're on these treks, there's all these stories that we tell you about. We tell you about the history, we tell you about the culture, we tell you about what happened to the explorers at about that time. We tell you about the king of Uganda. I think in Africa we call it the largest man-made lake.
Kabaka's Lake.
The Kabaka's Lake, yes. And remember, so many people around the world have done so many things, either to amuse their wives or beauty or things of that kind. So also the lake has its own story. Well,
was it done for a wife?
Well, I will tell you on that day. You need to come with me on that trek and I'll tell you more stories about it. But well, it was a man-made lake and it had to continue all the way to Lake Victoria. So the king was going to use it to be able to access other parts of Uganda, but he did not live to see some of these things happen. But well, to date, still, it is so much of a birding site.
Yes.
Also, so many other activities happen in this area. But we are sticking on walking and exercising and learning more about this country. While at the palace, of course, you see the map of Uganda, you see lots of other stories which I shall be able to share with you. As we're also walking along the Royal Mile, Uganda and our people belong to clans, totems and all these things. So we share with you all that. And then, of course, is what we say, how we identify ourselves. I come from the Ganda tribe, and if I'm told to speak about myself and my heritage, I have a way to break it down. But it all comes in when you start doing the trek and we visit these places. I show you my totem, then share with you where I come from, my grandparents, and blah 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 blah. Well, we will continue, and then now exciting. We saw a bit of Kampala, the business side of it. We had not yet seen the accommodation bit of it. So as we start sloping down after visiting the palace, we go through a slum.
Ndeba.
No, that is going to be Kasenyi slum that has some bit of the Somalis and a few of the locals.
Kasenyi.
Yes. So we go through that one.
Oh God. We have so many mosquitoes here.
Oh, sorry. Let me try to rush this thing so fast. Having seen the slum, we will be going down to Queen's Tower. Lucky enough for people who are seeing us today and who managed to work with us for a couple of other more days, maybe have a chance to see the Queen's Tower before it's taken away. Because of course they're going to put up a new road network over there, which may see some of this history disappear. But well, let's walk. Let's come with us, and then we show you some of these exciting things. Even buildings are going to go down. You heard recently that also the administration of Makerere University is going to be raised down, and they will construct a new building over there.
Where?
Makerere University, the main building.
Yeah, I think because of the fire.
Yeah, because of the fire. So some of the things are going away. We have not been so good at keeping our architect, but we shall excite you and show you more of these things. Earlier on in the colony trek, I spoke of the Victorian architecture versus the Asian architecture. You can also clearly see it on this trek as we walk along with you. We will do that, and I told you we had reached the Queen's Tower. We are now heading on to Entebbe Road, going back towards Ginger Road. Of course, there are buildings over there on either side that we again excite and show you and what was happening at that time. Also talk about the railway system, because the business people we saw earlier on the other side, the railway line would stop over there where they would take off their goods and take them to the market. Of course, we shall also have skipped. There's also a temple. Actually, in this part, when we reach the Queen's Tower, we shall see about 2 temples. One of the temples has a very good story. One of the temples has a very good story. That this temple is a must-see for you, even you, Lynett. I know you've seen it a number of times, but you didn't know something about it.
Okay.
This is a temple that was built with stone. It has no nail.
Really? Which one exactly? This one which has now recently painted pink?
No. The other one was painted white. Yeah.
This one which is next to Gaddafi, which is next to the market? Next
to market and Shala, I'll say. About Shell somewhere there.
Yes. Wow.
It was built with no nail.
Only stone?
Only stone.
Throughout?
All throughout.
Wow. Okay.
So it's exciting that we should take these treks and then see. So other than we doing the treks and sharing the history, the culture, the faith houses and all these things, and enjoying, of course we're keeping our bodies healthier and better.
Yes.
We share with you all these kind of stories. So we shall continue up until Entebbe Road. We can either decide to branch off, or we can continue to Ginger Road and then slope back all the way to Uma Showgrounds, where we started from. Now, as I told you earlier on, the treks we do are all we call them theme treks, because on the map it looks like a musical instrument we call the Adungu. That is the Adungu loop trek.
Wow.
15-kilometer trek, so
roughly
probably 3 hours, 3.5 or 4. But because with that Adungu Loop trek, it has a lot of information, a lot of things to share,
And
a lot
sights.
of things of sights to see. So most people who do it just come back so perplexed, and probably take between 4 to 5 hours upon what you wish to listen to watch, or take pictures of.
wow.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes, we're
And
grateful.
I'll be sharing the link of trekking Timmy's
Timmy.
website,
Oh yes.
you know, and his contacts and his different pages. Tell the viewers where they can find you, your different pages.
Yes, thank you so much.
No,
Very grateful.
first share with us your pages.
I use on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It's Trekking Timmy. My website is called it's www.trekkingtimmy.com.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you
And
so much.
we shall keep sharing more of the trekking.
We're looking forward.
He does a lot of nightlife. He hasn't talked about that. You know, I think that's a story for another day.
Oh yes.
But
I
till
should
next,
excite you about nightlife in Kampala, because nightlife in Kampala is exciting. It's also themed. We either look at the musicians, or we look at wines, we look out for clubs, or we look out for lounges where you can go and sit and enjoy. What happens upon the area you're living in Kampala, because we split Kampala into the north, east, west and south.
Okay.
So all these places give you a different feel of nightlife. Kampala is well known as a city that never goes to sleep. So while you're out here, come and you see the nightlife of Kampala. The foods, the wines, the beers, the dancing,
the people.
the smiles. They love to talk. They love to share their stories as well. So it's exciting that you do nightlife in Kampala as well.
Okay, thank you.
Just very grateful.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Sayo.